So on this flank, Paolo unfortunately torpedoes Kitakazi, which forces Jean Bart and San Luis to run back to spawn because we no longer have anything that can scout out Jutland and Paolo Emilio. So I'm going to speed this up. So at this point in the battle, in the chat you can see Mogador has noticed that something is in our spawn and capping, and so he is pinging the base, calling Buffalo back, and I need to duck in behind the island so that I don't get torpedoed by Jutland, but I can also contest the cap. Otherwise, we're going to lose in a minute and a half when they cap out. So I aim in front of the Jutland here because I suspect he's about to accelerate. And then Jean Bart and I shoot him and he does not accelerate. So collectively we land one pen. And now I'm locked in behind this island until Mogador arrives. If Paolo decides to come on this side of the island with a smoke screen, there's nothing I can do about it because San Luis is too far away to give a hydro. Now here no, not here, probably in the next shot, I'm gonna get a hit on the Aegir, which is most of my damage for the next few minutes. It's probably a shot after this one. And there I land a big hit on the Aegir, quadrupling my damage done for the entire game. And now I can see Paolo's arriving. I can't reverse out of the island because it's going to take too long to get there, and Mogador has peeked the Jutland in the smoke, but Paolo is also with them, so now we have a problem where the Mogador is going 2v1, and he is definitely not going to survive, so I have to full accelerate to get out of the island. But I don't think I'm going to make it in time. I'm trying to wait on the other turrets to see if Jutland's going to turn first, because ideally I want the broadside to get more damage on the Jutland, because we need to secure a kill on either of the DDs, otherwise they just keep contesting this, and they both have smoke screens, both of them have smoked up. And I'm being spotted because I've just fired, and my smoke firing is 15 kilometers, which is way more than the Cyclone's range, so they're both spotting. Now I see Östergötland is running away, which means that I have to go get the two DDs myself. I can see Buffalo's on the way, and I know Buffalo has a radar, because if he had, I get the sense if he had a spotter he would have used it already. So I am relying on a Buffalo radar, and combined San Luis and Östergötland firepower to help bring down the DDs, because otherwise I have a 30-second reload with AR kicking in. And I'm detected, which means Paolo and Jutland have both left the smokes but are not ducking behind islands, which is a very big problem. So that was a Paolo shot from over the island, from over the Cyclone. So I know that Paolo's way out of range. I hit Jutland for 5k, full health Azuma coming in. But I need to secure a DD kill. Now, Paolo shows up again for some reason. He did not run away. And because of the 7-kilometer concealment of the Paolo, I can get a shot over this island. Back turret completely clips the island, but I land 5 pens, perfectly 5k. Just finished off the Paolo. Now I need to worry about Aegir torpedoes and Jutland torpedoes because Azuma doesn't have any. Azuma can either sit behind that island or rush the Östergötland, and now that he's been spotted again, I know he's rushing Östergötland. Buffalo radar has run out. I hit 6 pens on Jutland, and Buffalo secures that kill. So now I need to kill Aegir before he gets Torp South, because I don't have damage control for another 50 seconds, which means if I take a flood, I will die because of the fire and the flood combined. And Östergötland has been hunted down, probably from the Azuma spotting because they're too close. And I'm holding my shot here because I only get 1 shot at this. I'm not gonna have time to reload. I need to get a kill shot, but I realize Buffalo's also doing the exact same thing until he's either holding his shot or he's loading HE and then aiming at the superstructure for some reason. I take the shot as soon as I get any kind of angle. The mod I have on the middle of my screen tells me that he was just angled enough that I would get some pens. And Minnesota pops up in this bearing that I'm facing right now, which means Buffalo's spotting it because I'm not. And just as luck would have it, that Minnesota has 100% of its HP remaining. So I ping the Azuma over here because I need the Buffalo to get away from the Minnesota. Ideally, I would kill the Minnesota in a drive-by. If not, I would have to ram the Minnesota to keep it away from the Buffalo, because we have a very, very slight points advantage from both DDs being in our home cap for so long. I thought I'd fired off my back turret at this point, but it was just slightly not enough angle. The torpedo belt on the Minnesota eats half my shells in that shot, which is a little bit disappointing. Now, Minnesota's showing full broadside, and I'm aim high because I want to hit him in the superstructure because I know the torpedo belt is going to eat some shells, as it did just now. And I load AP because if this Minnesota is going to keep showing broadside, I have a better chance of getting full pens with AP, because AP has a longer fuse time. It will go through the torpedo belt, and if not into the Citadel, just full pens. Now, there's a very silly problem here that Minnesota could just load HE and burn me down, because I would have to use my damage control. I only have 8,000 health and no heals left. So to avoid this, I need to smoke up. Yes, just on cue. And I put up a spotter plane because I never used spotter planes because I don't like those very much. And I wait for Minnesota to show as good of a broadside as I can get it. 70 degrees angle, that's perfect, and he takes 2 over pens and 2 pens because I aim too low, or it's dispersion or something like that. Either way, bad RNG, and I don't get a single Citadel out of that either, which is a little bit shocking because Lepanto is a pretty good AP pen for 381 caliber guns. I don't have time to switch to SAP, so I just take the shot at the last bearing that Minnesota was spotted, but because of that, I'm now spotted from firing through the smoke, and Minnesota is not, so I can't see. However, when he pops back up, 7k and healing. Now, 7k HP, now 8, is not a problem, but he's actually healing, so I need to take him out in 1 hit, or else he's probably going to kill me. I get a large hit, and then Buffalo secures it with the fire because Cyclone's lifted. And that's that.